Ready, go!
Heidi ho, promise you, we're not going to do a lot more video games, right? This is the end of all video games. No, it's fine. I'm pretty happy that games are around, right? I've been playing a lot of new ones. The newest of which is called Wheel World, which is horrible to say. It's got bad mouthfeel, but that's okay. We'll make do. This game used to be called something different. It was called Ghost Bike. It's a cooler name, right? I think it's a cooler name. I don't know. Whatever. I've beaten this game. It took me about 8 to 10 hours. Um, I really liked it. I liked the idea of it. Kind of hated it. I don't know, man. Like this game's good, but it's also bad in a lot of ways. Like structurally, it's good. I guess we'll take it from the top. Real World is made by Messhoff. They made the Nidhogg games 1 and 2, and then they maybe did another thing. I don't know. You know them from Nidhogg most likely if you're into video games like I am, and those games are awesome. They're awesome. They're kind of combat platformers. Kind of. They're more like a dueling game. It's very Karateka like. But it's like, what if Karateka didn't suck? Put it that way. If you know what Karateka is, play the Making of Karateka games by Digital Eclipse, I think. I don't know. Anyway, it's one of those master series that you can find on pretty much anything. So yeah, Nidhogg's awesome. I love Nidhogg. I played Nidhogg 1 so much. It is maybe one of the best party games you could play. It's on top um, of the pile there anyway, I would say. I love Nidhogg, and it's interesting to see them kind of jump into this new sort of game. Like Wheel World is so different from what Messhoff has done up until this point, from what I've seen. Like all their stuff has been 2D. First of all, they've all been from what I've really noticed, like combat focused games. And Wheel World is nothing like that. And honestly, it's like it's like anti competition, but not really. Like you race, right? But there's no combative elements to the game besides friendly competition. And that's what Wheel World is. You are racing dudes, Muppets, basically. Like that's kind of how it feels. Um, it has some of my favorite things in games. Like I love. I'm not a car guy. I'm not like a vehicle guy, but building your vehicle though, totally my shit. I love that. I love that aspect um, of uh, of video games. Like Days Gone had this where you could build your bike, and that's kind of what I think of when I think of customization elements. Or Mad Max maybe has the most robust of these. This sort of like milieu of mechanics based vehicle customization. Um, I think Mad Max is probably the pinnacle for me. It's a fantastic game anyway, but on top of that, it just adds to the love I have for it. This is a non sequitur. Play Mad Max. That game fucking rips. Okay, we're not talking about that, but the customization aspects of those games remind me of what Real World is doing, and that's it's very simple. It's very simple. You are we'll start this way. The premise is you wake up in a field and you encounter a ghost that is hanging around this bike from a previous owner, and he's like, "Yo, what's up, man? Like, we got to do all this stuff. Like, get my ghost parts back and make my legendary bike again, and we got to race all these fools that have them." And I don't know, it's very video gamey that way. It's like, hey, get all this stuff, make the thing, let's go do the final thing, like fix this world sort of business. And it's some of the most like get up and go video game I've played in a while. Like they're just like I played Donkey Kong. They're like, here you go for it. And that's how this game feels like. It gives you a little bit of backstory, and they go like, let's go. Are you going to go down this mountain and fix everything? All right, get all the stuff. And I like that about it. It's very video gaming in the right ways. Um, you by finishing races, you get a bunch of parts and you put it on your bike and you fix it up. And there's different like stats for going faster, slower. Having better handling, better grip. There's like arrow, there's grip, there's handling. There's like this acceleration power, and different parts will govern how well your bike controls. And like I said, you get them from finding them in the world. You can talk to this little guy, and he'll show you where a part is. You go get it and open the box up. And Yeah, it's fun. It's a turn off your brain fun game. The story is not important really at all, but it's mildly amusing sometimes. The things people say are funny. Um, I don't know. It's not the point. You're racing around this world that looks very similar to like this Appalachian mountain range or Coloradan, um, forest area, um, or kind of paired with like, hey, honestly, it feels kind of like California. Let's put it that way. It's not actually like Colorado now that I think about it, because there's lot of vineyards and stuff too. So maybe there's probably vineyards in Colorado. I don't know. I haven't been to Colorado that much, but there's a lot of variety. There's like snowy areas. There's forest areas. Ocean areas. Lush prairies, that sort of thing. Um, it's fun. There's different biomes. There's different guys you race on each biome, and it's structured very similar to a lot of open world games, like especially like the Assassin's Creed games. Like you kind of go to these points that I forget what they call them, but they're like these domes that look like bicycle bells, and you ring your bell at it. I played on PS5 with the upper D-pad. You go like ding, and when you do that, you talk to a ghost there. It gives you some boost to add to your meter, um, off for your bike, and it'll unfog a portion of the map, right? And every time they do that, it'll show you more races to go finish, right? Um, and yeah, just rinse, repeat, all of that. It's a very simple game. There's not a lot to talk about. The good is I love the mechanic aspect of it. It plays really well when it runs right. Um, I like the structure. It's very simple. It's not trying to be like all talky, and you're just very dewy. It's a very dewy video game. And I like it whenever you change parts out, it feels distinct every time you're swapping things out. Like, oh, my bike feels better or worse, or I'm just experimenting. It feels weird now, like no, it actually feels like there's market differences every time you alter your kind of setup. And I like that about this game. It's great for that. Um, yeah, it's really fun. I really liked playing it. The positives are, I think the mechanic stuff is great. The characterization is pretty good. The look is great. I don't, it looks kind of like Sable from a couple years ago. Very Moebius art. Moebius. It's kind of like that type of art. Very like pastel, very cell shaded sort of look to it. Um, yeah, it looks great. But the thing that keeps this game from being great is the technical stuff, at least on console. Like, it is not at all ready for prime time. In some places, it's pretty freaking bad. Like, this game maybe runs 40 to 30, and it drops to the single digits a lot of the time. It needs some major optimization work as of the time of this review. And that's really what hampered my enjoyment of this thing is the technical stuff here is bad a lot of the time. And I'm normally someone that can get through it, and I usually muscle through slight hitches of frame rate and weird mechanical glitches just fine. But like there's just it's not a seamless experience. They need to do some work on this thing. Like when you restart races, for instance, if you've missed some objectives to kind of add to your 100%ing of a race, you will kind of warp back to the original start. And when you do that, it looks horrible because you are literally warping your character to the beginning of the race along with everybody else. So there's like this whole like stutter to it. Everyone's getting back into their race form, and it's a mess. It's a mess. It looks bad. It doesn't run well in these moments, and depending on what's on screen, how many racers slash terrain that you have, it's trying to do a lot. Like I have a PS5, but it seems like it's chugging, and I think it's just optimization. But it's really distracting a lot of the time. And when I was playing, I was like, man, I want to love this game. I just don't because this technically it's not there. It's not sound at all. Um, and I just think it's really poor in that regard. And it really, really hampered my enjoyment of this game. It took it from like a 7 to a 6, maybe. or an 8 to a 7. Like I was really liking it for a long time. But the back half of this game is very, visually dense, and the more things you're doing, the faster you're going with your bike, the world is just chugging, chugging, chugging. Like I was no joke going 5 frames a second probably. Like it felt horrible. Um, but I want to give this game props for what it does do because I think it's really interesting. The design's great. It's really fun. Like I love feeling the distinct changes that you do when you make a bike. A lot of games don't capture this sort of like mechanical know-how that this game does, and I really like it. Um, the open world, it doesn't feel like it should be open world. I don't know. It feels like it should be stage based because the open world's kind of whatever. You basically race people as they're driving around too. They'll have like this like I think it's like a like kind of smell that comes off of them. It's hard to explain without seeing it, but like it looks like a bunch of these thumbs up wafting from them, and they're like race me. Um, and once you do, it'll add to your rep, which you get from completing races and doing different objectives during each, right? Um, but yeah, the game's not very hard. There is some hard stuff. Like they label a lot of the games hard. A lot of the races in the back half of the game hard, and they're not. You just have to optimize your vehicle right and just be good at turning it and stuff. Honestly, being fast is never a problem because by the time you reach the end of the game, you get a bunch of boost, and you can just usually like on straightaways just hammer that down and pass everybody in a jiff. So it's really just about handling. Like once you get your handling down, you're kind of set. Um, but yeah, like the difficulty of this game is not hard, even with the some of the courses stating that it's hard and it's not. The bosses are super easy. Like there's a bunch of like to finish everything. There's a bunch of parameters for doing so. Like get all these letters during a race, very Tony Hawk Pro Skater, coded, where you're picking up a KAT for your character named Cat. So it's very easy to find a lot of the time. There's a couple courses where I'm like, I don't know where the hell this letter is, but it doesn't happen very often. I did about 80% of the races complete until I finished the game, which I'll probably go back to and clean everything else up at some point. Um, but yeah, it's fun. Like the stuff you're doing in races is fun. But yeah, the technical stuff really hampers it. And the story's fine. I don't know, it's fine. You're basically taking down all these biker mob bosses that have stolen the parts of this legendary ghost bike. And you're telling them what for. You're beating them in races, and everyone's going on their merry way after that. Like you don't even get a full cutscene with these characters at the end. Once you beat the bosses, it's just like, oh, you beat me. Here's some stuff, and they don't even do a cutscene. It's just like this little text bubble at the bottom with their like kind of head floating beside it, saying like, "Hey, I'm. This is who you're talking to." And then every time you beat them, they're like, "Oh, you beat me! Oh, gee willikers, here's your freaking handlebars or something." So yeah, the characterization is pretty slight, but it's good in some parts. Your ghost Scully is a good time. He's always chiming in with some fun stuff. Cat doesn't really talk that much. Scully is. I don't think Cat talks at all. Actually, your main character. I think Scully's doing most of the talking for you anyway. If Cat talks, I didn't really. Honestly, I kind of read through it and was going like, "This is fine." It's not important because you're not really doing much story stuff anyway. Um, the look on it's great. When it runs well, it looks fantastic. For this sort of art style, I really like this pastel, cell shaded art style. I'm into it. Um, what else have I not talked about when it comes to Real World? The ending is fun. It's got this nice little crescendo moment where you're going to Mount Send and doing the what do they call that? Um, it's a thing they want you to do to save the spirit world, basically. Um, and it's fun. The major like plot points of this game are pretty uninteresting, but the characters you're kind of bumping along the way are fun, and they say fun things to you. So yeah, on the whole, I wanted this game to be awesome, and it's pretty good a lot of the way. But it is not ready for prime time, and I think it feels like they're just not experienced with these types of games, and because of their prior work being a lot of 2D stuff. And I think Nidhogg 2 had some technical, problems with it when it came out, that I remember. But like, I don't know, this game seems so much larger in scope and so much more complete than their other stuff. It's a bummer to see that this game has kind of um, shipped this way, and maybe they had to for publisher reasons. It's Annapurna who put this thing out, and I from what I understand, they don't seem very I don't know, evil publisher like that. They seem kind of good to indies, but I don't know. I don't know what the situation is like there. It feels like this game needed more in the oven. It really does, and hopefully they patch it right and it just runs better at some point because it's a shame. People should play this game. It's just the state it's in now is bad. It's not a good state, especially in the back half of this game. I was thinking about putting it away from time to time because I'm like, this is just unplayable. The things I'm doing are fun, but like when it's running at sub 10, I can't do anything about that. I really want to meet this game where it's at, and at the point it was when it shipped, it's not there. So it's a bummer that when they eventually fix these problems, people will have passed it by. But I think keep this game on your radar. Support indies. This game's good. It could be great, and it's just not there. It's just not there, and it's a bummer. I recommend this game. It's a low recommendation because of the state it's in. But it's my type of thing. I really like it. I play a lot of these indie games, and I'm glad I played through it and finished it. Um, every time you go play these games, this feeling of like I want to support these developers, right? And I like Messhoff. They're a cool studio. They do a lot of interesting things. Um, it's just this game was not ready for prime time, and I hope if they get another crack at the another bite of the apple here, that they do it right, or they have the time to do so. It's always a matter of they don't have enough time. That's really what it is. It's never a matter of like money necessarily. Sometimes it is, but it's a lot of like, hey, we have to meet these contractual obligations to release this game on time, and we'll fix it after the fact. So I want to see what kind of work they're doing on it. Um, I don't think I'll return to it until they do that because I want to have a more positive outlook on this thing. But like I said, in the state it's in, it's hard to recommend to people. So yeah, I liked it. I liked it. I thought it was good. Um, yeah, more indie games, please. I Indie games like I've talked with Noah on this on Stick Drift. It just fills the gaps. They just fill the gaps, um, and they make everything easier to wait for. Like you're waiting for a big game. You're like, okay, I want to play video games, but I want to play this exciting thing. Indies are there for you to fill the void. They're like, well, you don't have this, but we have this. And they've kind of become that double A space in great ways because everything's really good these days, indie wise. A lot of the time, anyway. You rarely see like super disappointing indie games. Like usually they have a scope, they stick to it, they put it out, and it's great a lot of the time. At least for stuff you're targeting, with the modicum of polish or publisher, um, you know, funds. Like for instance, this game is there. Like the core concept is awesome, but like, mechanically is awesome, but like technically it's not there. Um, that's usually what I run into with indies is that the core ideas are there, but like the the polish isn't necessarily there all the time. And I want to see that, you know, get better with indie games. But here's to hoping. I think they'll fix this thing. We'll see. Um, yeah, Wheel War was awesome. I liked a lot of it, but like, there's a lot of crappy parts about it right now, and I think that gets fixed with time. Um, so yeah, good game, very good game. Um, could have been great. Could have been really really awesome. Um, but what's there is in the right spot. It's just the way it's presented to you is poor right now. So keep your ears open for it. If you want to wait for sale, great. Just support them. I bought it full price. It's only a $20 game, so it's not hard to stomach. Um, and it was a good time. It was about 8 hours, and it didn't feel like I wasted my time. It just felt like I was. It was disappointing on the technical front. So yeah, that's Real World. Check it out when you can. When it's in a better spot, I would say. So for more reviews, we got some more stuff coming up at some point. I'm going to reload on some video games because I don't think I have anything else to talk about right now. So, for everything that we do, go to our channels, look it up, and yeah, I'll catch you on the flip flop. Keep gaming. I like vehicles, I think.